Daily Proverbs 25 out of 50. Whoa! We're halfway there. Take my hand. As for the gym reels, that's completed. Still working out daily. It's good for discipline. It's good for getting in motion. It's good for thinking and sifting through thoughts. And lastly, health, of course. For men, I believe it's more important for us to work out than female. Why? Because having a strong physique or legs subliminally speaks protection, safety, stability to children, to a spouse, to a community, or to a church. It's motivating, it's inspiring, and just the physique alone will get people out doing more subconsciously. It builds good habits and disciplines that can compound and multiply. As for women, it's good to be healthy and moderate with what you eat and be strong for childbearing, of course. But all throughout history, it's the man who is super jacked, has a spear, and takes down the animal, while the family, the spouse, the tribe is back at camp. So be realistic. Your obsessions are the demands you put on yourself, and you shouldn't force, you shouldn't drag others into it, because for you, it may be a passion, it may be a part of your character. You can only influence and inspire, and then let the cards fall where they may. Proverbs 16:32. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. Trust me, you will not go far or become everything God intended you to be if you have an overthrow and conquer mentality and attitude. Because the people above you will restrict how they pour into you if they know that's how you operate and carry yourself. They will lock the gates, they will guard the gates, and you can either walk into the gates with wisdom or burn the entire place down to the ground and have everybody hate you, and then guaranteed you won't make it to the next one, or you'll be standing alone. And the people above you who can pull you up, if they know that's what you're about, rather than benefiting one another, pouring into one another, and being a blessing to one another, they may work against you or offer bad seeds rather than what you need. You go in with a warrior's mentality, expect a battle, and expect to gain nothing from it. It's like a little boy who is able to be taught and can learn from the CEO. The CEO will prep and prepare that child if he's willing to be able to be taught, if he can bounce ideas. The people above you are the same way. They will pour into you and you benefit one another. And that's what a good leader does. He is a constant benefit to everyone he's attached to. With that overthrow and conquer mentality, the ones above you will not pour into you so you can weaponize it. Rather, you won't receive the nutrients, the vitamins, the things you need to receive the way God wants you to receive. It will be a pinched off flow. You delay your growth and character development, and you make life a battleground that will wear you out rather than a seamless straight path. Not saying you won't have to battle in life or there won't be giants in the land, but move in faith and God will move those mountains for you. People should benefit in your leadership, trust your leadership, and some should be able to rest in your leadership, not be overthrown and crushed by your leadership. Life is doing that to many already, and you are called to be a repairer of the breach. If you are doing God's will, He will elevate you while simultaneously taking care of the other people or even changing their desires. If you are in God's will, people will pour into you who need to pour into you, who are above you, and then God simultaneously will give those people opportunities or change their desires while a transition takes place. Because God is not about stealing, killing, destroying, and God has a plan for everything that can benefit everybody. And yes, I know there's a lot of prideful, puffed up men who would overthrow, crush, destroy, and drive over you in a heartbeat and not even care if you're breathing or alive. They are scumbags. Proverbs 11:16, a gracious woman gets honor and violent men get riches. The reason this occurs is because the generation before them failed them, and they don't have God, so they're not pruned, refined, healed. They just go around bleeding and don't care about their impact on the world, their families, their environments. They may get temporary victories or scoot along, but it won't go far with a just God. Guaranteed they have a broken home, an unloving wife, messed up families, and a toxic work hustle that destroys them, and they will be like chaff in the wind when it's all said and done. True wealth and riches is more than just finances. And if you can obtain wealth and spiritual richness and wholeness in every other area, that's when you won at life.